Alright, welcome back. I know you guys have missed me so much. It's not been easy. There's been a lot of things going on around me. Don't worry, in another video I'll try and tell you what's today. We're starting a new series, and this is called This Week on Trends. Now, This Week on Trends, what this series is going to be about is I will be giving you all the interesting gists that happened on social media, everything that happened during the course of the week. I'll give you everything as juicy as you can get. You're gonna hear it from me. So today on This Week on Trends, we're going to be starting off with a very controversial post by a Twitter user, and she brought it out. And I can tell you for a fact that the day that post came out, oh God, my brothers and my sisters, it was funny. When I mean funny, because I started to see people in their elements. People who you'd rate in a certain level. You'll not be like, so this is how this person really thinks. So this post really brought it out for a lot of people, and people were asking questions. Some people started to even lose their friends and lose their loved ones on top of this post. But let me take the post so that you guys understand what I am talking about. So let's take a look at the post. And this is from a Twitter user. She's at Marquis Poke. She says, maybe it's just me, but I really don't believe a lot of Nigerian men even make for good lifetime partners, especially when I try to select for the criteria. The criteria is important to me. They just bring very little of needed use to the table. Everything they just bring, I already have. Emotional support and intelligence. Majority don't have the range. Financial support, I don't need it, and I rarely even come across Nigerian men that out-earn me. Domestic labor, most are intentionally useless. So what is the value add? This is one of the reasons it's much harder to partner with the average male these days. When you realize how little they bring to the table, it starts to feel like you're doing unnecessary charity for some man that will still want you to submit. Make it make sense. Nadia Wala can't be like bicycle, my people. Like, as soon as she said this post, when I saw this post on Twitter, the moment she said it, guess what this girl did? Guess what this auntie did? This auntie, she just disabled her comments. Like, she really wanted to cause violence that day. You imagine putting this kind of post and then you disable your comments. It's like, I don't want no feedback. You guys can keep it, honey. Keep it, honey. We don't need it, And she disabled her comments, and everywhere was on fire. Like, it was trending that day. People were so angry. Reactions were flying. In fact, the next day, it continued. But let's see what some persons think about what she said. And I'll take this, response back from people. And this is from Ogbonnaya. He says, "This is how you tweet when you make your own money. If she was broke now, she would see things differently." Do you agree with Ogbonnaya that, if she was broke, she probably would see things differently? Let me know what you think in the comments. Yeah, it's really important because, man. Okay, let's see what Kimi is saying. That's Nikimi. And she says, not all Nigerian men, but she definitely has a point. If not for societal pressure on marriage in African society, most women would not actually settle. Looking at what this person is saying, she also has a point. Like, there's too much pressure on the average Nigerian lady to get married. When are you bringing husband? In fact, let me tell you, I had that one yesterday in my house. So not like my house, but like someone close was asking, so when are you bringing a husband for? I'm like, can you guys take a chill pill? Can you guys take a chill pill, please? All right, so I agree with what she's saying. Like, the African society basically, pressurizes a lot of women, telling them, you guys got to get married, you need to get married, and all that. And so that's the reason why most times some women will just settle for. Some people say, man, anyhow you want, come make it come. As far as saying a man, you do okay. That's like the general notion for some of these women. This one is from Chiamaka. She says, emotional support, most are lacking in that aspect. a lot, women are really emotional beings. I want to think that women are maybe a lot more emotional than men, but some men always like to argue that men are more emotional. So this argument is for another day. But you know how women always like to care. They like that. They want that their men should care for them, like care for them really well. So it might be a problem if a man is not really doing so much in that aspect. So like that's why I think she really agrees with what the this person is saying. This kind of post, and then you disable your comments. You know what's coming for you, girl. You saw the violence in itself. You know your heart of heart. But let's leave this girl. You guys should let me know what you think about this post. If you agree with her, if you think that she was being quite biased, let me know in the comments. I would like to read that in the comments. But let's see something else that is quite interesting also. Now this one, when I saw this one, I was very angry in my spirit. In fact, I was so angry. Now this lady came on Twitter and then posted, let me take her post. Her name is Gwarimpa Girl. She says, my colleague got into a fight with her husband. Then he took all her credentials and burnt it. Ha! Wahala. Like, just when you're thinking you're taking your eyes away from one thing, you're saying another thing, and you're like, no, this cannot be it. Where a man would take his wife's credential and burn it. I mean, some of us know what it feels like to go through school and then come out and then even have to start queuing up. I didn't even give you my experience. When I graduated, I remember on my convocation day, they said, okay, you guys are going to get your certificate and all of that. See, the way I stand for that song, the way that song take mama my head, on top say I won't collect certificates, nobody could tell me anything. Like, I spent like over 12 hours standing, because the way it was working at that day was like, if you just move from your line, and that person will just can't take your space, and nobody will even defend you, because everybody don't really tire. And then you imagine like all these things that you went through, only for one man to just come and burn you. I don't think that, no matter the level of argument you're going to get with your woman, this one, I'm taking my stand on this one. This is so wrong in all levels. This is very wrong in its entirety. This is so wrong, and I really don't know, and I feel for that woman. I saw some people saying that, while I know really day, because most of us, they save our document on our mail and stuff like that, but even if you do that, it does not really count. It doesn't count. This is spiritual wickedness in high school, because I really want to find out your opinion. What would you do if you find out that if your husband, you get in an argument with him and then he burns your certificate, or if you're a man, if your wife, burns your certificate, what would you do? What is that thing? What were going through your mind? Let me know in the comments. All right, let's take this one again. This one's another very interesting one that I saw. Now, this is from another guy on Twitter. These people now, they always come with one controversial post or the other. But that's why I'm here, to look out for these things for you, so I can bring it to your fore and we can talk about it. Now, this guy, his name is Yum, I think Yomi, and he says they will definitely deny it, but most Nigerian ladies measure how much a man loves them by the amount of money he spends on them. In fact, this one, I will not comment on this one because I do not want to sound biased. I don't want people to think that I'm trying to take sides. But this is what I would say. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Most Nigerian ladies measure how much a man loves them by the amount of money he spends on them. This is, this one is, if I'm going to speak now, people will say, oh, she's trying to defend something, but no, I wouldn't speak. So, but I'll take, the comments of what some people are saying. And this is from Jemima. Jemima said, I wanted to walk up past, but with my full chest, I agree. Jemima, good for you. Good for you on this one. This is from Fini, says, that's because most Nigerian men don't have anything else to give apart from money, and if you love, you must give. Giving is one of the characteristics of love, so we must accept it with our full chest. Okay, Auntie has said her own point, but let me take this one too from Princess. I like this one. I really like this one, but that does not mean that I'm taking a stand. Okay, And she says, before Uncle, even God so loved the world and he gave. He gave it in caps. And he gave. Alright, let's move away from this gist. But let me know still. Do you think that women measure how they feel about a man according to the money that he gives them? Let me know what you think. I'm asking the guys too, and women too. I want you guys to talk about it. Would you agree with what this writer is saying? Do you agree with what this person is saying? If it's true, let me know. If you agree otherwise, let me know. Now the last one I'm taking is this one that I'm wondering, please, where did they bring all these kind of people where they think like this? Because they think they tire me sometimes. Like they really off me. Now this guy, his name is Gentle Smile. He says, for a married man to wash plates for his wife, just know that his wife is controlling him. Simple. Wahala for what they know they control. Because I do not get what this guy is trying to say. I mean, how say me and you, we hold our hand together and say, baby, I'm gonna do this with you for the rest of my life. Then all of a sudden we're now beginning to choose roles and then talk about if I'm controlling the man or not. I just think that sometimes people base their thoughts on things that are so minute, as much as washing plates. These are things that people do not even think about. Now, wow, for a married man to wash plates for his wife, just know that his wife is controlling him. Simple. In fact, the thing tire me. But let me see what some people are saying about this one. This guy says, and this is from Balo. The guy says, if my wife doesn't control me, who else will control me? Guy, I agree with you. Like, if you want to control, who won't control? Who won't really control you? Because you reach place matter, they don't talk about control. Okay, let me take this one. This is from Emerald. It says, okay, she says, but if she washes plates for him, she isn't being controlled. Nonsense and trekking. I beg you, help me ask these people, because these people and their ideologies sometimes if they tire me. Alright, this is where I draw the curtains on this week on trends. But if you've had a swell time with me, let me know in the comments what you guys think about these trends. Also, subscribe on my YouTube channel, and also my Instagram handles, my Twitter account, my Facebook showing on your screen. Subscribe on it. Till I come your way next time, I remain your girl Precious, that media girl. Thank you. Bye.